welcome to my channel. We are talking about this rare, beautiful 1991 Dodge Ram Van B250 with a 318 motor in it, and it's the 5.2 liter. I know these vans are still around, but they're very rare. There's not a lot of YouTube videos on these vans, so I thought I would make some rare videos about it and show y'all Dodge lovers out there. If you're interested in these vans and you want to see them, well, this is the best opportunity to see it. I did my first video on changing the fuel filter on this thing, so I thought I'd post that. We're not going to show you the inside of this vehicle because it's got personal belongings from the mother-in-law, and I can't expose all that right now. Maybe later on, once it's emptied out, we can look more into it. As you can tell, this vehicle does have the topper thing on it, has a ventilation thing on it as well. It was owned by two other owners, and this vehicle does not smoke. It doesn't have any head gasket issues, and it does not have knocking or anything like that. It has a brand spanking new transmission in it, because I checked that before it was purchased. This vehicle was purchased in Florida, where we're at right now, for $1,500. So this vehicle does have cosmetic issues and some little mechanical issues. Alright, let's get right to it. As you can tell, this vehicle does have the original red deflectors on here. It has minor scratches. The duct tape, I'm not really for sure why that's on there. I'll find out later. And it does have, it has older tires on the rear, which these tires are actually 235 75R 15s. It actually has, I call these moon rims, and they sound like they're probably aluminum. It does have the original windows. None of these windows leak at all. It's got the original hinges, which has rust from over time. Does have the double doors. And these doors are actually messed up on this vehicle. I did find a junkyard that has one. It's a 1992, but it should have the right doors, and they want $108 a piece for them. Because none of these doors shut correctly. They're missing parts. The window is roped on. It does have the original mirrors, which you can tell. And they are it's kind of cracked and busted here because it's missing some of the cosmetic chrome piece of it. It does have the original Ram 250 emblem still attached. It has the moon rims on the front as well. These tires, the two tires on the front, are brand spanking new when it was purchased. It does have the original windshield. The windshield is cracked. It was like that when it was purchased. Buying one of these windows is hard to get to because nobody actually has them, and they've been discontinued. So you have to go to like a vintage website to better spend over $500 for a windshield, or you can go to the junkyard and get one yourself. This vehicle did not come with an antenna. It did not come with windshield wiper arms or wipers. The arms for this thing are technically $67 for two of them, up to $150 just for two arms, and you cannot buy them separately. The Bullet junkyards do have them for $5 a piece if you can get them off without breaking them. The wiper, the motor does work in this thing. As you can see in here, there's the wiper arms. Both of them are laying in there. This side will control this side to move, but I tested that today and it does work. It has the original, well, they're not the original, they've probably been replaced. The headlights, and you could buy the original ones for about $14-20 a piece at Walmart or at an auto parts store. The LED ones, the LED ones are about $149 a piece, which I don't think they're worth it, but the ones that I've seen have like 5 or 6 different style light bulbs inside. Has the original blinkers, the original metal bumper. It looks like a metal bumper. Does have the other brand new tire right here. As far as the moon rims, there's your Ram 250 emblem again. You do have the pushable, the manual, what I call these little triangle windows. I don't know if it opens or not. This mirror is in better condition. It does have a little bit like this is plastic, it's not melted. These are original mirrors, they are on and attached, and this one's perfectly in great shape and it's not broke. Vehicle does have a little bit of rust around here, around this windshield. I think this can probably use some silicone eventually if the windshield gets replaced to protect it. A little rust there. Paint fade, paint loss, a little bit of rust, and it looks like you can probably use a wash. You can see how cleaner it is down here. This vehicle here, well actually this door here does not shut right either. It does need a new latch, or it might be stuck. I have to put some axle grease in there and see how all that works out. This is the original door. As you can tell, it does not work right. It does have the crank windows, which I do love. It is, I don't know if this is the original handle. I know it is, but I think it's missing a piece. I don't know what used to come with this van, because whoever had it before tore it up. And as you can see, the window is actually attached and it's not cracked or broke. And the speakers are missing. It looks like there was speakers there. There's the inside there. And there's the bottom. This is the inside of the vehicle. I don't know much about it, so bear with me. That's to turn the lights on and off. Kind of like a cigarette lighter. You pull it in, pull it out to make it work. This vehicle has a little over 234,000 miles. The speedometer does work. The gas gauge works when it wants to. I think it has a bad float because it only lets you put 8 quarters of gas in the tank. Then it keeps clicking like there's a float problem. This vehicle does not have a charcoal canister on it, so I'm assuming it's either a float or there's water in the tank, or there's a bunch of shit in the tank. There's your gas gauge and there's your temperature gauge. It does take unleaded fuel. Has the original radio in it, AM, FM. There's no CD player, no satellite radio, no Bluetooth, no nothing. There's original AC controls right there, as you can tell. The cigarette lighter does work. And there's your little access panel to get to the carburetor, the spark plugs, and whatever else you have to get to in there. You do have the door over there, the same missing speakers and stuff. Windows are perfectly in great shape. You got the original lights in here, which it does not work because the bulbs are blowed, or it's broken. It looks like it's broke. You got your little cubby up here, as you can tell. And there's the back of it. We're not going to show the personal items, but this is the back of the topper. Has a ventilation up there, which has been zip tied shut for some odd reason, which it probably blows up and probably doesn't close. The light does work as well. You do have the original steering wheel, so you can tell it's been faded over the years. This vehicle is almost 40 years old. The hood latch is actually broke, but all these wires and everything are connected and they do work, but it does not have a bottom panel. Supposedly on this vehicle, the steering gearbox needs to be replaced. It's got the original seats. We're going to try to close this door. Oh yeah, and by the way, you can see the windshield is actually cracked and it has a windshield strip, surprisingly. It looks like it was done by somebody that doesn't work at a shop. You do have the original mirror, as you can see. And it has both of the sun visors, which are in decent shape. This vehicle does have an outlet, and it does work, so you can power everything on inside the vehicle. It is a 3-pin, which means you can use an extension cord. Here's the body of it, really great shape. And this is a big van. I mean, it's really big. Here's the other window. As you can see, all the seals are in perfectly great shape. I do not know if these windows open. I'm the one that's going to be working on this van. It just had a radio replacement. This is your gas cap, your gas door. There's the inside. It's pretty nasty. It still has the unleaded fuel only sticker still attached. Here's the back. And there's your headlights. You could buy these for about under $20 for a pack if yours breaks. The bulb in that one's fading. This one's good. This door did not close. I think there's something wrong with the actuator. The cables are undone. I fixed one of them to see. She wants to replace the door. It looks like a forklift or something bashed through this door. It's not going to be, it's going to be hard to bend that back out, so the door has to be replaced. And as you can see, it's also dented right here, and you can tell it does not shut. It does have the original windows, which are actually in great shape, and they are factory tinted, or somebody had these tinted at one time, one of the two. And it does have the steel bumper, as you can see. Alright, now see the underneath. There's the underneath of the carriage. For almost 40 years old, I could say it's basically in very good shape. Especially has a trailer hitch receiver. Look at the engine. If y'all want to know where the latch is on this thing, it's right here. You gotta basically push it and open it. Now hold on, I gotta pull it down. Alright, this is the engine. This does have a carburetor, it's not fuel injected. This has the 318 5.2 liter, which is similar to the V6. Supposedly this vehicle is compatible with parts up from a 1989 to 1993, but I could be a little. There could be a miscalculation in the years, but this is the first carburetor motor I ever had to work on. I've had two vehicles in the past when I was in my early 20s. That was carbureted like the old S10s that were not fuel injected, but I never had to work on them because I never had problems with them until I wrecked them. As you can see, the AC system is completely missing, the hoses, and the AC compressor on this one actually goes on that side. I noticed on some of the older models of the 318s, they have them on the top. Now, the problem with this thing is there is no issues besides that the power steering pump, which is over there, the pulley bearings are bad, so it shakes like this and makes the belt shake. The other issue is when the engine runs, when you turn the wheel, it squeaks so loud and so bad that when you turn the wheel, that pulley on the power steering pump instantly seizes up really fast and makes all these other pulleys stop spinning and makes the vehicle stall, and the belt's really loose. So we know it's the power steering pump pulley is bad, but I've never seen a vehicle where all the pulleys would stop at the same time after that one stops responding when you turn the wheel. So that has to have a new power steering pump, and we're concerned about the water pump / fan and clutch because it wobbles too. So as soon as we get the new new power steering pump and the pulley, which are sold separately, we'll take the belts off and we're gonna check this pulley here, make sure it doesn't wiggle at all, make sure it doesn't move. But it kind of looks like it does do this when it's running. The same thing that the power steering pump is doing. So I did get new belts and everything for it because we don't know what it's been through. And as you can tell,